What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe it's me bothering you again. Who knows? We're going to find out here soon in a minute or two. Okay? Welcome back to the temple, though. The place where the king rests his throne. Now, let's see. What are we going to do today? So, for today's tutorial, what I think I'm going to teach you guys about is the skill point tree. Okay? Now, when you hear somebody asking you, or if somebody tells you they want to know what your SP is, they're talking about skill points. Okay? What skill points are basically what makes your character into a beast. So, right now, we're going to reset our skill points so I can explain this stuff to you. Okay. Now, what do we have here? On duty. Traits. There we go. Alright, so, skill points and how they work. I've got a little bit of them to set out here. Okay, so, first off, before you do anything else, you always want to get your movement mode taken care of, okay? Just go ahead and throw that point in there before you do anything else. Now, let me explain this for you. For each role that there is within the game, there are 2 to 3 things that are required for that role, depending on what type of role you are. If you are DPS, what you're going to want to start with is might or precision. Now, let me show you something. Alright, before we get too in detail into that, let me explain the skill tree to you. This is your skill tree, okay? If you notice, in every weapon that you go to, there is a main group, and then there's the roots. Okay, these are the roots down here. These are the parts that are the foundation that make this skill tree strong. You know, that's what builds you up. Okay, so keep that in mind whenever you're filling this out. Now, I know when you're new to the game, you think, oh, okay, well, this one's got critical attack, and this one's restoration, and that one's defense, and that's vitalization. Let's just fill all those out. Well, that's not how you want to do it at all, okay? Because each one of these goes for the 4 roles. You have the one that looks like a meteor, which is an attack-based one, which is for DPSing, damage per second. Okay, you have your restoration, which is obviously for health. Your defense, which is obviously for a tank role, because tanks require extra defense. And your vitalization, which is the usage of your power. So that obviously goes for a troll role. Okay, so now I'm a DPS. Okay, so I'm going to explain how the DPS works because I know that best. Now, being as how I'm lightning, now you need to know whenever you pick your power, just do a little research, find out if it's might-based or precision-based, okay? Because that's the first thing that you want to fill out in your tree, okay? Now, instead of just going in and filling in everything down here and then filling in all that down here in one tree, you never want to do it like that, okay? That's the wrong way to fill out your skill points, okay? What you want to do is first you fill out your base, okay? That's pretty much the trunk of the tree. You see there's branches. It branches off in different areas for different weapons. Okay, think about it like that. This is a skill point tree. Okay, now for DPSing, I'm a might-based DPS. Lightning runs off of might, not precision. Okay, I think what runs off of precision. Precision is green light. It's the Green Lantern power, light. And I believe that ice is also a precision base. I believe. Don't quote me on it though, because I haven't really experimented with ice too much to find out for myself. But I'm pretty sure that it is. Okay. So for me, I want to go now. If you're a power like mental is might based, electric's might based, earth is might based. I want to say fire is, but I'm not 100% on that, so I don't want to steer you in the wrong direction. Here, matter of fact, here, let me show you something. This is what's great about having well, we can just address the league. What are base powers. And we'll have your answer here in a moment. I bet you Ice will be the one to answer, because she is a genius. Okay? She's really, really smart. She knows this game in and out, even better than I do. Okay, now going back to the weapons. Okay, now let me explain this to you. Now you could, pick your favorite weapon and fill out the different attacks for that weapon, because at the end of each one of these combos it does release a higher hit. It does hit a little harder at the end of it, so it makes it so that the combos are kind of worth getting if you're going to be a DPS. But on the same hand, if you're really going for building your character up, the first thing that you want to do is spec your powers out to the thing that's going to give you the most boost for your power. Okay, for me, since I'm a might-based DPS, what I would do... Okay, there you go. Hard, Light, and Earth are the only two precision-based powers right now. Okay, so every other power is might-based. So if you're a DPS, what you want to do is run down the tree for all might. Okay, you see how that's precision down there? We're not going to do that. We're all might-based here. Oh, somebody said that Ice is also a precision-based power. See, I thought so. Now look, there's the 4 main ones in every one. Okay, these 4 main ones are what you need, that you are required in order to unlock this row right here. Okay, now once you've unlocked this row, it unlocks this row. Okay, now if you notice, I unlocked the precision one. That's because I have 129 skill points, which means that when I get done with all of my might, I can go down to my 6-point might. Okay, but for you beginners, for the people that are just starting off, what you want to do is go through the entire list and go to all of your might ones first. Okay, you can skip that one. Just, don't even put the points in your tree that end in precision. Okay, because it's literally a waste for you, because it will not affect the amount of damage that you can do for real. What you really need to focus on is your might, because you're all pretty much might based unless you're Ice, Earth. Yeah, unless you're Ice or Earth. Okay. Or Hard Light. Ice, Earth, and Hard Light are precision based. Okay. So critical attack damage, that's what you want to do after you have your might. Okay. Basically, it's really simple. This is all you're going to do. Just go through, fill them out to all your 3s. I mean, pretty much for the most part, what you want to do is look for all the 3-point might ones. Although I am just going through and filling them out, that's because I'm going to have to regardless. Okay, but we're going to count this together so you know exactly which ones to go to for what. Okay, so for might based, you want to go to bow, which is 7. Okay, each skill tree to begin with, you want to have 7 in each one that has a might base to it. So that's 1 with 7. It's critical. 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 It's 2. So you want hand blasters, bow, one-handed, alright, so there you go. That's your answer. You want hand blasters, bow, and one-handed. Okay, so you need 21 skill points. Well, 22 including your flight. Okay, so 22 skill points completely gets you your level 3 mites. Okay, now from that point on, once you've got that done, you want to go to the next might set. Okay, the next might set is going to be a 6 set. Can you see that? Bam. Precision. Might. So no matter what, you're pretty much going to have to fill out the majority of the trees regardless once you get to a certain point. Alright, here we go. We're almost done here, people. We're almost done. Okay, but you're getting the point here, okay? Now, pretty much, if you are precision based, you fill out everything that has to do with precision. If you're might based, you fill out everything that has to do with might. Okay? And then whatever you do with the skill points after that is your own discretion. Critical attack damage. Okay? Once you got your might filled out, you go for your critical attack. Make sure you've got that covered. Precision is weapons. Okay, precision has to do with your weapon. Might has to do with your powers. The critical attack is a number that's going to hit outside of what your normal casting would be. Okay, it's that extra number that all of a sudden out of nowhere your tick that usually goes for like 200 a tick is actually going to jump up to like 1,000. You know, that's your critical attack kicking in. Now, you got 22 skill points left over. Now, being as how I do PvP too, you know, it might be good to spec into precision just because I do PvP. You know, that in PvP, you know, you run out of power and you need a weapon. So that's something that helps you out with that. Okay? But me personally, I like dominance. You know, because dominance sustains your powers longer. It makes it so that when you cast out a power, it actually stays out longer. And the longer the duration of it, the more it's going to hit somebody for, which means it's going to affect them a lot more, which basically increases your entire attack. Okay, so you can go dominance. Let's see, other DPS stuff. I mean, health is always something you can go into. Okay, like that's definitely something that you can always use. But like I said, I like dominance because, you know, it makes it so that when I go and cast something, it really knocks somebody. You know, like I like that. I like being able to stun the hell out of somebody for a nice duration of time, you know. So I'm going to go for all my dominance. Because I can get about 7 of them and still have one left over to throw in my hand blasters for their weapon. What do we got? Dominance. You know, me with dominance, that's a dangerous thing, you know. It makes it so people get stuck. Whenever I stun them, they just can't move. You know, there's nothing that they can do about it to help themselves out of that. You're stuck regardless. I mean, basically, I've got all the base dominance stacked out now. Okay, there's nothing left in the 3 row for dominance. Okay, so I mean, I could go back through and put all my dominance 6 in. But, you know, then there's power. You know, there's power, health, things like that. You know, things that you'll find that you're gonna need. You know. I can get 3 healths, 3 defenses, critical healing, you know, things like that. Or I can just continue down my dominance track. Right now we've got how much dominance for a DPS? Dominance for a DPS, see, that is really nice dominance for a DPS. Okay? Like trolls, they've got dominance like we've got might. Okay? So wait a minute, my might's only 28, something's going on here. I need to check my gear. I think my stuff's glitched at the moment. See, 98 combat rating. You see, I don't lie to you guys about anything. You see that? Everything I tell you is legit. Okay, I only share with you what I know. Ooh, look at that. Got a box. Okay, let's see. 13,000 marks. That's not bad. 24 marks in reality. That's all good. Okay, now let's see. Let's go back to traits. Now, me personally, I do a lot of extra stuff. So, you know, breakout. These are all really handy for PvP. Okay, but you don't really want these until you've got like a decent amount of skill points. So don't pay them any attention. Okay, you don't want nor need them. Debuffs always come in handy. Okay. Always come in handy, but I'm not going to go for that either. Why? Because I like to tear stuff to pieces. So what I'm going to do is look for power and give myself some extra power. So, you know, it takes a lot of power to run electric. You know, so everything that I do is something to try to make it so that it's easier for me to hold my own. I don't really restore myself, so you know, that's not something I have to worry about. Critical power. Right. Restoration. Critical power. Alright, so I guess the only power ones that they move some of this stuff around, so I guess the only power ones that are available is this one right here. Now let's check this out before we go tapping into it, okay? How much power do we have right now? We got 3,200 power. Okay, so if I tap that in, I can only get 1, so that'd be kind of a waste. So let's find something else that we can build up on. Health is always good for a DPS. Let's check my health right now. Right now, I have 4,600 health. Okay, that's pretty good. We're going to increase that right now. We're just going to increase our health all the way across the board. We already got defense. I mean, we've already got our other stuff, so we might as well. We'll do defense and toughness next. Go back to the hand blasters. This is about the only weapon that I need to have a extra little attack in. Pretty much everything else that I use, I don't need the extra combos because it doesn't make it that far because I'm might based. Because I rely on my powers like I'm supposed to. Okay, so now check my stats. Ta-da! Now we have 47 health. 32 power, 35 defense, 28 might, 11 restoration. See, vitalization, that's a troll thing. Restoration, that's a healer thing. Precision, you know, that's 833. You know, that's pretty good. You know, that's not bad for a might powered DPS. You know, it's usually in the 8 or 900s at T5 level. Okay, but don't worry about that until you get to the point to where you actually have extra skill points to throw into that type of stuff. Okay, that's also done a lot off of your mods, which will be the next video. That will not be this video. Dominance is really nice for a DPS. That means when I use my powers, it will lock on them and stay on them longer, which means I will be able to do extra damage for a longer duration of time. Okay, that is how you work your skill tree. Okay, so let me explain this one more time. This is your main 4. You need to unlock 4. You basically want to get the first 7 in every tree for your role. If you are tank based, you look for the one with the shield. If you are mental, if you're not mental, but if you're a troll based, and you look for the one with this little, see that little hammer right there that it's on? You see that? See the dominance? It's going to be something like that in every symbol, okay? That and the little cloud looking thing, okay? So the shield is for tanking. The thing with the crosses on it, that's always health, you know, so that tells you that's for a healer. The meteor, that's for your DPSing, okay? So keep that in mind, and whenever you do your roll, you know, find out whether you've got a might base or a precision base, or if you're going to do your role specific tree tracking, then make sure that you go for whatever is in the position first. Okay, whatever's in the top position will lead you to the one in the bottom. Okay, the bottom position is your backup, which is your main, which is your extra boost. Okay, like, this is what makes you strong. This is what makes you stronger. Once you've got all that stacked out, you're pretty much a beast. Okay, so that's why you want your skill points first. And this is Redemption signing out. Thank you for your time, and I hope that video helped you out some.
Chase an angel, slice the music in my head. Start and stop, my reflection, catching a glimpse of what you said.